We here, man. Philly to Detroit boxing here with another special guest. We have Daishaun Bundrage, man. Lil K9, man, son of former world champion Cornelius Bundrage, man. How you feeling today, dog?
I'm feeling good, my guy. Appreciate
Yeah.
you having me.
No, I appreciate you for coming on, man. For new guests, we really just like to hear how you got started with the sport of boxing. Obviously, like we just said, we know your pops box. He did his thing, had a
Yeah,
great career. How did you kind of get started? And obviously, we know you was around the sport, but did he kind
mm,
of put you in it or force you in it, or did you kind of fall in love with it yourself?
yeah, man. What a lot of people think is he forced me into it. Like how Floyd Mayweather did his pops, but I mean his pops did Floyd Mayweather, but he never really forced me into it. It was something I looked up for him for. Like he was doing that stuff, and I looked up to him. Like I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I went up to him one day. I was like, man, I want to be a boxer. He looked surprised.
So
So
you feel
yeah.
like, uh, so you kind of feel like you becoming a boxer was more so of like your dad being a good dad more than him being a good fighter. Almost like you just would like you looked up to your dad. You wanted to do what your dad did.
I feel like it's both of them because I mean, I feel like my dad. I mean, of course, me growing up, I feel like my dad's the best boxer of all time. You know what I'm saying? Because I
Mm.
don't know nothing else. But actually, like seeing him like beat people and stuff and do what he did to people, it's like, man, he can do it. I can do it. I want to be just like him. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm.
Yeah,
No,
he was a real good influence on me. So he like seeing him do that stuff. That was real inspirational to me, for real.
right. And I know you probably get this question a lot, but do you kind of feel like any pressure, stemming from your pops, having a successful career and doing what he did? He actually, reached the mountaintop. Not a lot of people do that. Do you kind of feel some pressure from that a little bit?
Yeah, of course, yeah. It's definitely pressure there that, people want me to be like him, and it's like, it's a lot of pressure. But you know what I'm saying? I keep God first, so I believe with God all things are possible. So all the pressure, that stuff, all I gotta do is have fun, the pressure go away.
No, facts. And then just kind of tell us about the transition from amateur to pro, man. 9-time amateur champ. You did your thing as an amateur. But what was the transition like? Did y'all did K9 kind of pick it up on y'all as far as training goes, or did y'all just kind of stick to the game plan and just kind of ramp it up a little bit?
Man, we really just stick with the game plan. I mean, of course it was harder training. Of course it was better, like harder in sparring and all that stuff. But it just honestly we kept the flow going. We kept it consistent. Dropped weight when we needed to, and really it felt like the only difference was for me. The big difference was like dropping weight like I had to, cause like we found out like about the weight class and stuff. Like we found about it last minute, and I had to drop like think like 10, 12 pounds in like 3 days.
Mm.
So that was like a real like mind twist right there. But everything else was like pretty. It was pretty consistent, a little heavier because it's pro now. Because like that pro stuff is way different from amateurs. Like you got smaller, well, less patent gloves, no headgear. It's like one shot and it's over with. So of course, yeah, we had to pick it up. We had to get more focused. But you know, at the end of the day, we made it happen.
Facts.
At what age do you feel like you kind of decided that you was basically going to chase this dream? What age did you basically fall in love with it and decide that you going to try to become a world champion one day?
That's a good question. I'm not gonna lie, cause and when I was in school, I was really on and off with it for real. Like I was playing basketball, and then I have a fight, and I play basketball, I have a fight, and I be training. So I was like really tossed up. So I really say probably around like 17, 16, 17ish. And I really started like taking it serious. I was saying to myself like, okay, now I got to start tightening it up. So really, yeah, around like 16, 17ish.
And tell us a little bit about, just like your team in general, how y'all, the camp y'all in, the team that help you get ready. Obviously, we know your pops is one of the coaches or your main coach, but tell us
Mm.
a little bit about your gym and just how y'all get ready.
Oh yeah, man. We sure we do all type of stuff, man. We really be training like it's really an army for real. Like my guys, we bros for real. Like people don't know that we bros. We push each other hard. We we got a group chat and all type of stuff where somebody put, oh, we one person do like 12 miles, and then okay, the bet. Let me do 15 miles. You know what I'm saying? We post little stuff like that. Even when we outside the gym, we motivating each other. So our team, we little stuff we do, we do like sparring, and then we'll hit like after the sparring, after the round, we'll do like 10 push-ups or 20 push-ups, whatever he say do. And then we'll go jog outside before the sparring session and jump rope, all type of stuff for real. It depends on what coach want us to do that day. But we really do like some army stuff for real. Like we do a whole bunch of stuff before you even spar. And then while we sparring, it's really no breaks. Even when we touch the ropes, it's like 10 push-ups.
Right.
So
So you still working out, nigga, during damn or during you sparring, then you still working out right after the round
man,
over during your break time or whatever you want to call it.
yeah, man, we be on it, man, for real, for real. And it's man, and I don't even be having no water. It be hot in the mug in there. It be like 90 something degrees, especially now in the summertime. Like it
Yeah.
be crazy, crazy heat, man. We be dying up in there.
I
Yeah,
heard it be
it's
hot in there
some
because I
degrees up
follow
there.
yeah, I follow Kev, you know what I mean? That's my guy. Shout out Kev.
Oh
And
yeah, shout out my guy.
yeah, shout out my guy Kev, man. When he just be in there, he just be, just letting us know like it's hot as fuck in here, bro. It's 90 in the gym. It's 90, 95 in the gym. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
heck
yeah,
yeah,
I was like, damn, they burning in there. But they getting
yeah,
that
no,
work in though.
heck yeah, bro. That's what we be doing, man. And oh yeah, shout out my guys too, man. Cheese, Kev, Donald, KJ, Ron B, Steve, all of them, man. Chuck and Will, all those people, man. Gary, because man, all my guys killers. They be doing their thing in the ring, all of them. Everybody got their own unique stats and what they be doing, what they good in. That's why we such a good team because we can offer each other different styles.
Right.
Yeah,
No, and then in terms of guys like obviously y'all are known gym around the city. You know what I mean. In terms of
yeah.
guys that you spar outside of your gym, who are some guys that kind of give you some good work or push you to your limits or push just help bring the best out of you?
Man, that's a good question. It's a lot of guys I sparred that brought the best out of me. I sparred people. I sparred Lance. I
Yeah,
sparred uh, who else I sparred? Just like some people out of Harrison Gym. They gave me some good work. I sparred Marlon before. He gave me some real good work. Um, it was a lot. It's a lot of guys that I would say around the city that gives good work. Horse. He's some good work.
yeah.
I don't know if you heard of Horse. You know Horse.
No, we done had horse on here a
Yeah,
few
we had him on
times.
here a couple
Yeah,
times.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He real good work. So I say that's a couple of names I put out there that really gave me some good work.
Or just speaking on your father relationship, more so the coach and fighter relationship and having your dad as your coach. Speaking kind of like the pros and cons to it. Is there any cons to it or any pros to it specifically that you like or don't like about having a dad as a coach? Because we've seen it
Man,
with
it's
with high level fighters, it can kind of go up, kind of go down.
yeah, yeah. Nah, I'd say the good. There's definitely a lot of good things because, like, you got a dad as a pops as a coach that, what I'm saying, he always there. He can just, what I'm saying, he can be like, hey, Day, come on, let's do this real quick. You know what I'm saying? And he just there. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard to go to say, oh, pops, when we gonna work on something? He just there. You know what I'm saying? And I would say really the only thing I'll say like it's kind of bad is, it might be too much. He's there like all the time. Like he tell you, okay, you know what I'm saying? You do this, do that, do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I would say, yeah, that. But You know what I'm saying? As long as the respect, the father son respect is there. You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's cool. You know what I'm saying? As he know I'm an adult because a lot of people I feel like a father son relationship they still look at their son as being that little boy. You know what I'm saying? And he don't treat him like the man that he is. So is he if he respect me as okay that he's a grown man now? Okay, I'm gonna respect him as a grown man, and I'm gonna treat him like a fighter. I'm not gonna, say because he my son, I'm not gonna cross this line or cross that line. Like that'd be cool, but I feel like it's a lot of good things about having a dad as a trainer though, especially in my situation because he know what he doing. He been doing this stuff for a minute, so and he been teaching me since I was yay high. So the relationship that we got in this boxing stuff is real deep and I know his stories. He know a lot of stuff about me. So him knowing so much about me, he know what buttons to push and to make me go to the limit that I need to go to.
No effect. And I know it just ain't nothing like, having somebody that's been there before, you know what I mean? It
Yeah,
ain't, you know what I mean? You ain't listening to nobody who just kind of talking, they might have fought in the amateurs or something like that, or you got somebody who's been there before at the highest level. So I know that make a difference for sure.
yeah, heck yeah, for real.
Hell yeah. And then kind of describe your style, man. How would you describe your fight style in your words?
Man, I would describe it as shoot, I can do it all. Box, brawl, I'm all around fighter. I'll describe it like that. I've been working on a lot of different stuff that I don't even want to say, but I've been working on it behind closed doors. So, I've been working on different things. So I would say I'm an all around fighter, boxer, puncher. I would say that, and I'm still working on different things to, make my style even more unique. I'll be trying to learn from different guys and having good examples in a gym of different guys. So that makes my style, it's gonna make it even better as being versatile.
Right.
So I would say just to simplify it is a boxer puncher for real.
Right. And then, you know what I mean? Who are some guys you got to kind of watch some guys or try to take some game from any fighters like in the pros or that you looked up to in the past, whatever the case may be?
Yeah, my pops.
That's a
But
great
not
answer, though. Great answer.
yeah, but besides him, I say one of my favorite fighters was Errol Spence
Hell yeah.
because he keeps the basics. He keep it simple, but he real strong at what he do. He real good at what he do for real. And I feel like after that fight he fought with Crawford, a lot of people like doubted him. He just lost one fight, but I feel like I like really watching him because it's a lot of stuff that he do that's real good. He got power, and I'm southpaw. He's southpaw, so it's some stuff I take from him and add it to my game because it's little stuff that people don't notice. But like I'll be watching little videos that I break down his style, and it's like he do a lot of good stuff that you wouldn't even peep.
Right. Just like the subtle shit, they got to slow down and put in slow motion and what, yeah, for you to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
heck
And then
yeah,
I've been noticing you on your content creation game a lot too, man. I've been
yeah.
seeing you've been posting a lot more often. What kind of got you,
hmm
wanting to start and get into that?
Man, the I would say I saw a video online about like a voice, like you having a voice is real powerful. And that made a lot of sense to me. Like you speaking and people hearing what you have to say, like you saying your story or you having like opinions and stuff. Like, cause me, when I used to post stuff, I didn't post like me talking or anything. I posted like videos, like captions, you feel what I'm saying? Or little voiceovers or like some memes or something. But I feel like me having my own voice and able to speak to people and they actually listen to me, I feel like one that can get people to relate to me and relate to my story and relate to things that I go through on a day-to-day basis. And I really want to motivate people too at the same time. I want to motivate people to that they can do it no matter what condition they got, no matter what they go through, that they can still make it. You know what I'm saying? And I want to just inspire people and to keep God first and to pursue their dreams. So really, I really just wanted. It's really just a inspiration and to give light to things that need to be lit on. Like my dad, like a lot of people don't know about his story, and I want to put his story out there. And my team, I want people that I rock with to win too. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole bunch of stuff, but really I just want people to listen. You know what I'm saying? I want to be heard.
Right. No facts, and that's a you getting started with your pro career. It's the perfect time to do that too, because we know how the game is now. You need to be marketable. You know what I mean to
Yeah.
really get your name out there and get these big name fights, or even try to get on one of these promotions or whatever the case may be.
Right. Yeah. For real.
No, real shit, man. And then, bro, I wanted to ask too, man, what you think about Turkey Al Sheik, man? We've been kind of speaking about him a lot lately. He doing his thing right now. He got a couple more cards coming up, as he always do. What you kind of feel about him entering the boxing game as you early in your career?
Mm.
You never know, in a year or two, you might get that call, like
Yeah, I
pull
need him
up
to
to
hit me
Saudi.
up.
You know what I'm saying? So how you
Yeah.
kind of feel about him?
Man, he real good for the sport, man. He great for the sport because he having guys that don't fight each other because of that money right. So
Word.
I feel like he real great for the sport, man. For real. Because like a lot of people, you would never saw Canelo versus Crawford if he wasn't involved and putting that money up. Canelo said in the past, "Oh, I'm not. The money's not right. It's not worth it, and all that stuff." They put that money in his face. Now look. So I feel like he great for the sport for real, no cap.
Real, yeah,
And it's
real
gonna be a
shit.
lot of yeah, it's gonna be a lot of big fights coming up, and if he stay involved in this sport for real, no cap. I'm trying to get my opportunity.
No, for real. That's why I wanted to ask, because I know they about to start up that new promotion. Everybody was kind of talking about a couple months back. And
Mm,
he's supposed to be, all pretty much up and coming guys. So that's why I wanted to ask how you kind of feel about him, because it's a real possibility you get that call. Like, you know what I mean? You want to be a part of this promotion, this me and Dana White kind of thing.
yeah,
Uh, how did you kind of feel about that when you kind of heard about that? If you kind of remember that story,
about what?
Dana White and Turkey coming together, they about to put together that boxing league.
Oh
Word.
wow, I didn't even hear about that. They about to put it
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, they about to put
Yeah.
together a boxing league, and it's pretty much gonna be made up and coming fighters. It might be some decent names within there, but it's pretty much up and coming guys. They paying them okay from what we heard from other fighters. People
Hmm.
was kind of complaining about the pay at first, but the other guys we interviewed said the pay was actually okay from what they, compared it to. So that's why I wanted to ask, because you very well could get that call. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like pull up, yeah. So
heck yeah, shoot. Man, that they say, shoot, the pay was right. That's real good, shoot. And up and coming guys, that's real good for the sport too, because it's giving a lot of people a lot of chance. It gives people chances. You know what I'm saying? People that have been doing it a long time, instead of like these YouTubers coming out of nowhere and now they taking over the sport and stuff and getting all the money. Now it's people that actually doing this stuff. They getting opportunities. So shoot, I'm glad. I'm. It's real good to hear for real.
no, facts.
Honestly.
Yeah, I like the idea too. I ain't know how I would, when Dana White was involved. Ain't nobody really know how they felt about it.
Yeah.
Because they, everybody kind of talk
UFC
about how he
guy.
do the UFC guys. You know what I'm
Yeah, he be
saying?
blackball. Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I ain't really know either, but it sounded like it's gonna be decent for the sport. So I'm with it. Fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm with it.
yeah. But oh, so they said the pay wasn't all that though.
They were saying, because they came out with a little pay scale. Don't nobody know if it's real or not.
Okay.
Because we interviewed a guy that said he know a guy that's actually about to fight in it, and he
Uh-huh.
said the pay was okay. So that's why we like we
Ah,
really telling the truth. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah.
Cause he shoot Dana White. I heard he be doing the UFC both. So,
Yeah, he do. He be. I heard he
but
be definitely. He be wilding over there.
Your
yeah, bro.
world champion in boxing gonna get, if he even if he a low level world champion, he might get 2, 3, 4 million. And the
Right.
UFC, you about to get 500,000, man.
That's
You
what I'm
already,
saying.
you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. And he the person that run the
A lot of
UFC. So
people.
I don't know.
I about to say a lot of people feel like Turkey overpaying a lot. Like a lot of people feel like Turkey got a master plan to like overpay to
Mm,
like just get the game, and then he kind of gonna go that UFC route and start underpaying. and it don't sound crazy because Turkey said that he lose money every single event he do. Now,
Right.
mind you,
I
as a
believe it, bro.
businessman, like I would like to think that any businessman that got that much money, like that's not the full plan. Like I'm just gonna keep losing money every show. I'm just gonna keep putting on fights for the next 20 years and just lose
Yeah.
money for 20 years. So
Right.
it's like I don't know. It'd be a little iffy just because Dana involved, but for right now, everything seemed cool. But sometimes, I be thinking about the saying. Sometimes when they say like if it seems too good to be true, 9 times out of 10 it is. So like I
Yeah.
said, it be looking good, but sometimes, like I said, it be like I said, people don't just over lose money and just be okay with it for nothing. You usually got like a nice plan on the back end that you taking this risk for this reward.
Right. Yeah. Nah, that makes sense though. Yeah, it got to be a plan for him to be losing money every show.
Right. I
So
mean, cause he giving guys, he like you said, he paying them guys that bag, and I just
Yeah,
know a lot of, especially when he do them shows over in Saudi. You know what I mean? I
mm,
know I know they got the bag over there, but the shows just are not like
yeah,
the U.S. You know what I mean? So it's just like you giving these guys 10, $20 million a piece. You're not about to make that bag, bro. It's like,
right.
yeah. But what I
Yeah.
like, the best thing about
and you
Turkey is
cutting the
he,
pay per view prices in half, which is cool for the
yeah,
fans, but
Right.
not
yeah,
making your money.
Right.
and
Yeah.
he doing it for people who like Turkey paying people off of their ability to fight. He
Mm,
don't even care about how big you are.
right.
Like
Yeah.
Beterbiev and Bivol, they both got 10 million to fight each other. The reason that fight was never going to happen with Al or Eddie or De La Hoya or any other big promoter in the U.S. is because they don't sell enough to give $20 million a whole pot to just give two fighters $20 million.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
they didn't even sell that much in they fight. They fight didn't even do over 150,000. So it's
Right.
like that's the difference. He pay you depending on, like I said, how you fight and how good the fight will be. He don't even care about nothing else.
Right.
That Saudi money different.
Man, for real.
Yeah, man. I know you just last fought in April too, man. When you trying to get back in there, and how many fights you want to have for 25?
Dude, I want to get as many as possible. We working on trying to get the next fights real soon. So stay tuned for that. But we trying to shoot get as many as possible, shoot, because we trying to get up there real fast, no cap.
Right,
So
really ain't. Cause how old are you now?
I'm 24.
All right, so really ain't no time to waste. Now it's time to get
Yeah,
on it. Yeah, it ain't no
yeah,
time to waste. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. We trying to get to it.
Only difference
So
with Joe 24 is it's not like a you just started 2 3 years ago 24. It's like
right, yeah,
you've been involved, you've been doing this shit your whole life. So it's like people will think you started fairly late because you only got one fight at 24 when you really, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. Right. I got experience, so
It's
it's not
actually
like
more
I.
common. It's
You said
actually more
what?
I said it's actually more common like now in the newer age. Like Shushu are turned pro at like 24, 25.
Mm,
Keyshawn Davis, he already 27 and turned pro in 2021, so he was like 23. So
yeah,
it's like for the most part, even Lomachenko, he turned pro at 26. A lot of people turn pro a little later just because they just want that experience a little bit more.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hell yeah.
I feel like really like defines your age is how much like how many wars you been in and how much damage you take. I don't be taking that much damage at all. So my 24 is young 24.
And then go over your amateur career a little bit. Obviously, we know we like we said earlier, 9 time amateur champion, but kind
Yeah.
of give us a little, just a brief rundown of how it was for you in the amateurs.
Sure, it was fun. I won a lot of tournaments. I won golden gloves, diamond gloves, any gloves you could think of for real. And I went out of town and won a nationals. I won a power gloves in Chicago. So I did all type of stuff in the amateurs. It was and don't get me wrong, I lost some fights before. That's experience though.
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah,
people think that you lose a fight in the amateurs, oh, it's over with. Oh, this, that, and the third. I don't pick my amateur fights. The point is practice for the pros. So my amateur fight, I had a lot of accomplishments and I got a lot of championships out of it. So my amateur career was real good for real. And it got me ready for the pros. Now I know every style now.
Right, you didn't seen it all, nah. And I have
Yeah.
heard. I feel like we have heard that, just in prior interviews, just people saying like when you get to the high level of the amateurs, it do be a lot of picking and choosing of, you know what I mean. A
Mm,
lot of guys don't want to fight this guy, but like you said, you just get in there and go at it. You know what I mean?
yeah. Heck yeah. I went in my third amateur fight. I fought somebody with 100 fights.
Oh
So
shit.
yeah. So I just went in there and did what I had to do. For real, for real. And then I started. That's how I got good so fast. Cause I didn't try to, I want to fight this guy because he looks like he's soft. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do that stuff. We go in and we fight guys. Cause at the end of the day, it's all experience.
No
So
facts.
yeah. So I got a lot of accomplishments, and now I can say that I won. I'm a 9-time amateur champion. And now in the pros, now this pro stuff gonna be easy because I ain't about to fight a super dog my first fight. You know what I'm saying? Or my second fight. I'm gonna fight somebody that's decent, but I'm gonna get him out of there.
Right. And how
Word,
you kind
word.
of feel about the boxing scene in Detroit? You know what I mean? Just in general, you know what I mean? You've been around the city, obviously the boxing scene forever. I've been
Mm,
getting, I've been around a little bit longer, a little bit of long time now too. How you kind of feel about the scene?
sure. I feel like it's getting better. I feel like like Detroit guys don't get enough love though for real. Feel like they don't get enough likes of the spotlight for real. Cause like you hear a lot of people talking about Detroit, they be talking down to Detroit guys. And I feel like that's because Detroit be going against each other so much. Like they don't be trying to, I'm gonna fight you because I want to be the best in the city instead of just going out and fighting other guys. We really just people just really be going against each other. So now everybody outside of Detroit be looking down on us. So I feel like we need more like publicity, or we need more like spotlight, and we need more opportunities because we got a lot of great fighters out of Detroit. So that's how I feel about it.
No, facts. I agree with you. You know what I mean? To the point, oh, in terms of like when you say guys fighting each other, do you not think guys from the city should fight each other in the pros so early in their careers?
I mean, no, it depends on like why. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if guys gonna fight each other from the city, like let it be for like a title eliminator or something. Let it be for the champion.
Reason.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They just people just be fighting each other because it's Detroit beef, or I'm gonna be best in the city. Like, man, y'all need to go and get a world title. You know what I'm saying?
Basically, try to make bigger fights.
Yeah, make bigger fights. And then if you want to fight somebody, if it's for a title eliminator, and then you want to fight somebody from the city, then go for it. But make it global. Make it a global thing first. Don't make it just, I want to just keep it in the city. I want to be the best in the city.
Right. Just kind of make it a Detroit spectacle. Everybody come to, you know what I mean? I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
Make it make sense for both of y'all. Y'all both would eat off a title eliminator or something like that.
exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, facts. I feel that. If you wasn't boxing, bro, what would you be doing? I know you said you was a hooper. You still got some game and you be hooping?
Yeah, yeah. I be knocking down at three.
You said
No
you be
cap,
shooting that
man.
boy?
Heck yeah. But I feel like, yeah, I'd probably be if I wasn't like doing boxing, I feel like if I took hooping serious, I'd be able to hoop because I'm pretty tall. But I'd have to take that stuff serious. I really stopped hooping because I hated the plays. That stuff was too much.
Yeah, you being like actual organized and like we
Yeah,
just trying to
like
hoop, bro.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Like I was in school, man. I was trying to keep up with assignments, plus keeping up the plays, man. And then plus the boxing. I'm like, dog,
Oh
nah.
yeah,
One
yeah.
of them got to go. So
You
I
said yeah.
said, forget the hooping, man. That stuff got to go. I'm about to start boxing.
And then
So
I know you said yeah. I've seen you around the city a few times, man. Like you said you a taller guy at 54. Do you like the weight class? I know you said you had the situation where you had to cut that weight for your
yeah,
first fight. How do you like 54?
and 54 is good. 54 is good, but I don't know. I'm thinking about if I want to move down or not. I don't know.
Oh, down. Okay,
Yeah, go
go to
down. Yeah,
47.
yeah, possibly. So I've been thinking about that and seeing how my body take it. I gotta really listen to my body first over all the things for real. So if my body tell me I can get down, then I'm gonna end up moving down.
So
and
you feel like
then
you going you so you feel like you definitely kind of like made your mind up on, at least in terms of you going to at least try it, like see how your
yeah,
body feel real quick before
yeah,
you.
yeah. I'm definitely gonna try it and see if my body is gonna cooperate with me because I don't want to move down and then be weak down there. I lose every advantage when I do that. If I be weak at the 147, I might as well stay at 154 and be strong.
Mm.
So I'll see how my body feel and then we'll go from there for real. But that's definitely a thought process of going down and seeing
No,
how I feel.
And then, man, yeah, I wanted to ask you about a couple fights that's coming up, man. We got a few decent cards coming up. Obviously, Canelo Crawford in September.
Mm,
Next month we got the Edgar Berlanga, Shiraz, Shakur Stevenson, Williams Zepeda. That whole card is pretty decent itself. But I guess we can first get into the because I don't think it's really nothing coming up this week.
mm.
Uh, who coming up this week?
I
you
think
got
it's
and
Wilder.
Billy.
Yeah, Wilder and Billy. But as
Yeah,
far as who they fighting though, like a good fight, you know what I mean? Them
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
gonna get
right,
them
Tevin
guys out of there.
Farmer,
right, right.
Tevin
Oh,
Farmer,
Tevin
Floyd
Farmer, yeah,
Schofield.
Tevin Farmer on the Floyd Schofield on the Jake Paul card. How you like
Oh,
that fight?
oh shoot, I did just see a post about that. I didn't even know they was fighting. But that
Yeah,
sounds like a good fight for real.
Yeah,
or
Yeah, that sounds like a real good fight. Y'all hear about that Schofield and Shakur situation though?
when he quit. Well, I guess he didn't quit. He didn't
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Did
But
y'all
that's kind of like that's where I'm like, man. So was he? Because when he got back to the states 2 days later or
Mm,
24 hours later, my guy was straight in the gym.
right, right. So y'all think he like you think he ducked out off that one?
yeah.
I'm thinking he. I mean, I know you in another country. Maybe it's the food or something, but I
Yeah.
don't. I think he. I think they just said, you know what? But then it's hard for
He-
me to believe that because it's like, bro, you about to get a million. You probably about to get $1 million, bro. You about to
Yeah.
duck that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So
Yeah.
I don't. It kind of. I got. I'm going both ways. Like I can see where he did duck, but I can see like, bro, y'all gonna not get this $1 million. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah. Right. Could be for the
I think he definitely ducked him for sure, for sure.
you think he ducking him?
Because and yeah, he was getting $1 million, but the reason I'm gonna say he's still ducking him is because in boxing, how boxing work,
Mm,
depending on how you lose, that could be your last big paycheck.
right.
How boxing work, and in
Mm,
terms of if you're a good management team, I could make 200,000-300,000 here, then make five, then make eight, then wait for a beatable champion
mm,
to a vacant belt. Daishaun belt about to be vacant. Tank, he not gonna be at 35 for too much longer. So it's like I could see him ducking because there's smarter ways you can go. Because in boxing, it's not like you make $1 million and then you get your ass whooped and then you go back to the negotiating table back at the M. It's
yeah.
like you didn't there go back at they trying to throw 100,000 at you off one loss. Like they trying to give you 10 times less than what they gave you off one loss. So it's like
Right.
you can look at it as like they turn on the M. But if you lose your next fight, probably 100,000. Where like I said, I could do 300. Then you win that fight, we could start making 5, 6. Then you win that fight, then we can start touching the M. You can still build there and make big money in the process of doing it. I
And
think
he
his
said
Right.
he
team thought
signed a.
about it.
And then a couple months later, what he do? He signed a 5-year deal with Golden Boy, 5 million or some shit.
That's what I
So
mean.
Right.
That's exactly what I mean. That's a smart team move. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
Yeah.
and this is the thing. When you sign a 5-year deal, they trying to make money off you. So now they gonna move you as they trying to get you to the mountaintop as safely as possible. So
Mm-hmm.
now it's like they gonna wait out for however long until they see a beatable world champion in there. Then once
Right.
you get to that level, they can't hide you for too much longer, but they usually can hide you and get you some big money up until you get to that championship level. Because
Right.
once you got the belt and you were champions, like now you heard now it's no going down. Now like they can only hide you but so much. But I
Right.
think like I say, Santa Fire at the end, he posted a video of him in the hospital on Friday. Then my man was doing 12 rounds and sparring on Sunday. So it's like if something was really wrong with him, if something really happened to him,
Right. He
nobody
might be
going
going.
back in the gym in 24 or 48 hours and putting all that because like your life was on the line. You literally just had to go to the hospital out of nowhere.
Right,
First thought is gonna be like, yeah, let's get him back in the gym today or tomorrow. So
right,
it's like,
yeah. That's
So yeah,
crazy.
what's your
you
thoughts
said
on
you
him, man?
got
You
a
think he
team.
ducked him?
You said, do I think he ducked him? I don't know, man. What he just said, bro, it make a lot of sense. It make
It
a lot of
do,
sense.
because a couple months later, he ended up getting a $5 million deal. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So it's like it's
yeah, it's definitely not adding up, especially when he said he got back in the gym right away. Yeah,
At
he
first, I
could have
thought it
fought
was.
then.
At first, I thought it was the weight because, like I said, he is a big kid. So I'm like, maybe he outgrew the division, couldn't make the weight. When he fighting at 35 this Saturday, so it's like can't be that.
right.
Yeah, right, right. Yeah, so
How
I
you like the
feel
Tevin Farmer fight?
Terry Farmer fight. I feel it's gonna be a good fight for real. Cause
Yeah,
shoot,
Tevin a dog.
he gave what's the name some problems.
Zepeda
The Zepeda, he gave Zepeda some problems for real. So
in both
I feel like
fights.
I feel like it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a good a competitive fight for real. Cause Farmer he ain't nothing to play with for real.
Mm-mm.
Shoot. For people that think that he just he a joke because he lost twice, I in that fight that he fought last, it was competitive, and and a lot of people think that he really won that fight. So I feel like it's gonna be a real good fight for real.
No, yeah. I mean that last fight was a lot. The first one I feel like he could have probably got. He'd have got a knockdown and everything. The
Right.
second was a little closer, and I did think he won a lot of rounds. The second was a little closer. But I mean, shout out to Tevin Farmer. I'm going with Ted for the win too.
Oh, you want to tell? Okay,
Yeah,
for
I'm
sure.
from Philly, so I'm going for Tab all day
Oh yeah, for sure, for
by
sure.
default.
Yeah, man. Then
Yeah.
shit. Speaking of Tev, last opponent Shakur got him up next, July 12th. How you kind of feel about that fight?
You got next.
Shakur got Williams and Pater.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sure. I think Shakur gonna go through him, go run
You
through
say
him.
he
I
about to
feel
cook
like
him?
yeah, he about to cook him. Cause man, he was struggling with Ted for real. So I feel like Shakur is like a upgraded version of him,
In
and
a
I feel
way,
like
they got both got
yeah,
that feet and real slick. Yeah,
yeah. So I feel like he gonna cook him for real. Like it's not even gonna be close. If it's a decision, it's not gonna be a close decision.
Yeah,
no, I'm kind of in
Yeah.
that same boat. I mean, only thing I kind of see is like which everybody kind of knows is Zapata got that pressure and that volume. He gonna
Hmm.
give you 100 punches around or whatever the case may be. But
Right.
I with Shakur's skill set, I just don't see it mattering for real. It could
Yeah.
though. It could be overwhelming. We gonna see, but I just don't see it. You know what I mean? I feel like he done
Yeah.
seen a million people like that before.
Heck yeah. That's that the amateur background go come in at too. Like
Right.
he saw that
That-
stuff. A lot of all they do is throw punches in the amateurs. So he ready for all that stuff for real.
right. He did it at the highest level. Shit. So
Yeah. Heck yeah.
on that
So
same card too, man, we got Edgar Berlanga and Hamza Shiraz. How you like that fight? You fuck with Shiraz and Berlanga?
Belanga, yeah. Yeah, I feel oh yeah, the Shiraz. I heard about Shiraz. I ain't really watched his fight though. I never watched him fight before. How you fight?
He pretty decent. He was just at 160 though, so he about to fight Berlanga for the first time at 168. So that's a little iffy.
Mm,
But he just went against Carlos Adames last fight at 160 for the belt. He got a draw,
mm,
but he
mm.
should have lost that fight though. But if we're gonna be real, he can fight though. He should have lost last time, but the man can fight though.
no, he can fight.
Yeah.
Like he gonna be the favorite. Come Saturday. Well, not
Who?
Saturday. Come Shiraz.
Shiraz gonna be the favorite?
You think so? You think so at 168?
Oh,
Yeah, Berlinga. Nobody gonna pick Berlinga to beat Shiraz, bro.
I
Bro.
don't know,
This
man.
man Shiraz was the favorite against a 30-year-old world champion in his last fight as
mm,
a contender, and nobody think his Edgar Berlanga is as good as Carlos Adames. So it's like
that's interesting.
now,
Sure.
obviously, he did lose, so that expectation he could be the underdog because you lost. Well, you got a draw in a fight that you should have lost, so
Mm.
people not looking at you as that future guy, maybe as we once did. But he was literally, his first world title shot as a contender. He came in as the underdog. I mean, as the favorite against the champion.
Mm.
Well, I mean, we'll see though. I like both of them fights, and then last one, man. I know I don't think we got your opinion on that Crawford Canelo. I know we
Crawford
spoke on it a
Canelo.
little bit. Yeah, what's your opinion on it though? Let us know your thoughts on it, man.
I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but that Turkish guy, did he make the ring smaller?
No, yeah, that John definitely
I
confirmed.
think it's gonna be. I think he gonna do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's confirmed either, but I think he gonna do it though for sure.
He
I
did it for
don't.
Shakur and Zapata already. He already made their John smaller.
So I feel like, ah man, so it's gonna be tough for Crawford then. They make that mug smaller. But I feel like it's gonna be a good fight. I really don't make those type of decisions until like fight day or like when I see them weigh in and see how they looking. So I
See if
don't
they
know.
ready.
It depends on how that weight treating Crawford for real too. I don't know because he ain't he jumping up like two weight classes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So you
yeah, I
saw
got
what happened.
Canelo.
Yeah, you saw what happened with when Canelo fought Charlo.
Yeah,
Charlo
I
look
got
he looked at bloated too. He ain't look like he was supposed to be there. So he that weight ain't treating him right at all.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I don't know. I'm rolling with Crawford, man. Fuck it. I'm
You say
rolling.
that's
rolling
what
Crawford.
that's what I'm rooting for. That's what I want to win. But
Uh,
my X's and O's tell me that he's getting stopped. But
okay.
his
All right.
Bud biggest advantage in this fight, as I'm watching the breakdown, is Canelo in his last 6, 7, 8 fights. He don't throw 3 and 4 punch combinations no more. He really a 1 and 2 punch combination fighter now.
Yeah.
And with a good defensive fighter, a great defensive fighter, a Hall of Fame fighter like Bud Crawford,
Mm,
you usually need 3s and 4s because if you only going to throw 1s and 2s, that first one almost never going to land against a
right.
great defensive fighter. If
Yeah.
you're just sitting there throwing one at a time, even if you're only throwing two at a time, you banking on that second one so much because, like I said, that first one almost never going to land against a great defensive fighter.
Right.
So I like Bud Crawford chances in that because like I said, I feel like against any great defensive fighter, you got to throw combinations.
Mm-hmm. Nah, that's real. That's real. So shoot. I'll
Be a
let y'all
tough
know
one,
fight
man.
day. I'll let y'all know fight day for real. We could put 50 push-ups on it too.
Yeah, we could throw it on there, man.
Yeah,
We
we
Wait,
could
could
who
put
y'all
50
who y'all
push-ups.
got? Y'all got
I about to say who you
Bud.
rolling with though. Or
Yeah,
he ain't gonna let us know till fight day though. He ain't gonna
It's a
let us
fight.
know till
right.
Yeah.
fight day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a fight day. And then I
Well,
put
you gonna,
that push-ups on it.
yeah, well,
I
I
put
got
the push.
Canelo. He got Bud, so we'll find out who team you on when the fight
Yeah, for
when the
sure.
fight
For
go.
sure. I'll let y'all know for sure.
My God, man. Then last question, man. Where does Daishaun Bundrage, man, 2 to 3 years from now? Where you see yourself, man?
Man, sure. World champion, man. I'm doing my thing. Praising God. Keeping God first. Jesus
My
for life.
God.
And sure. Just doing what I gotta do, man. And I do want to shout out my girl too, man. She been holding it down for me. It's hard to find a real one out here for real.
Yes, sir.
So
No,
man,
real,
so
no, real shit. Yeah, that's
yeah,
a good shout out right there for real.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the
man.
first one
For,
too on the
yeah, because
podcast.
man, yeah, because man, a lot of people don't understand, man. When you a boxer in a relationship, that stuff is tough, for real. Because
I can
if
see
you
that.
feel like you did bad in a gym and you bring her along, you be questioning yourself in your mind, like, dang, does she still want to be with me? Is she
Think I
think
got beat
less of
up.
me? Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And for her to like hold me down and stuff, it's like and tell me, okay, no, I don't feel like this. I'm gonna rock with you until we get up there and I'm still gonna rock with you. That's a ride or die right there. Real talk.
No, facts, man. Shout out to you, your girl, man. That's real. No, that's love for sure.
Yeah, man. So
No, my God, bro. Daishaun Bundrage, man. Want to know, man. Next fight
yeah.
coming soon, dog. Let the people know where they can find you at.
Man, Lil K9 Slick on all social media, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Y'all follow the journey, man. God bless.
My God, bro. Yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.